This is episode 6 of my Sorare journey, and a lot has changed recently, so let me just talk you through some Heartbreak firstly. So in the last game week, I've put out quite a strong team. I'm confident in it going in, and the Asian leagues have started really strong. Got a clean sheet, 73 from Kang, Wondu 45, Stanislav 66. It's looking really good. I just need some solid scores from my Euros under 21s players to win my first card. And, you can see it's not gone too well. So Jonathan Okone, I watched the game. I thought he played really well, but, they've got him down here as missing 2 big chances. So that's minus 10. Didn't really bother me because what really annoyed me was Hugo Guillamon. So in the last minute of the game, he pulls someone back inside the box, gives away a penalty, minus 15. On top of that, they're on for a clean sheet, so that's another minus 10 gone. Yellow card, minus 3. He lost about 30 points in the space of a minute in the last minute of the game and, basically cost me the card. I still got above 250 points, so I hit the ETH threshold, got 0.02. Just constantly churning out ETH. It's really good for the old balance. And if you look at the ETH balance, you might be thinking that's quite large for your account, over about £1,400 worth of ETH. What's gone on? So if you go into the recently sold, or the recent activity, I've sold Roberto Firmino. So obviously I was saving him for the Copa America. I was going to put out quite a strong team. And I just saw where he had raised in value so much that I thought, it's probably quite good for him to just go now. So I sold him for 0.36 ETH. I think I picked up a Roberto Firmino bundle for 0.286. So just from selling one player, I've made, an astonishing amount of profit. Just so, I thought I'm going to lock in. I do think he's slightly overvalued now, £700. I can see why, because, if Brazil have a good Copa America, his scores are just going to fly. And, slight risk reward in that, but, I'm happy with my decision regardless. I've got a decision now what I do. If you look at my club, I'm thinking I could put together a really solid under 23s team because I've got Antonelli Trubin of Ukraine. He's not guaranteed to start, but I think he's tipped to start for Ukraine, where it would give me a starting goalkeeper for free, basically, because common cards in the global nations are scored equally. So he's about £1,000 card player, and you got to keep in mind that his domestic scores aren't being scored yet. So if I didn't get him, you're looking at someone like Donnarumma, who's £2,300 or £2,000 to £3,000. So it's going to be there won't be that many entries into the league, basically. So, the players I'm looking at include Lucas Pisqueta from Lyon. Probably, butchered that pronunciation. But, he had a really solid time at Lyon this year. Scoring, assisting, was key to their success. And now he's playing for Brazil, but he's not been starting for them. So I think someone like Douglas Luiz from Aston Villa has been starting, and it's he's not been having a great season. So I could easily see them swapping, and then this card's undervalued because being 22, soon to be 23, he can actually play in the under 23s league next year as well for the whole of Sorare. So that's pretty crucial. The alternative to that is that I sell all of my kind of Copa America players at the peak now, buy them back later and focus on next season. And I was watching Quinny and Jane Ellis's chat yesterday on YouTube, and they're really good content. If you want someone on Sorare, go watch those guys. They are fantastic. And they were saying how super rares are undervalued, and I couldn't agree more. I'm looking at picking up one of my favourite players because me and Rosie support Roma. Follow them quite a lot, watch a lot of their games, and Lorenzo Pellegrini is just unbelievable for a 24-year-old. So what he's got is a super rare 8 out of 10 ending in 2 days. So, it's a big acquisition to make for a club of my size, but being so undervalued, I think people underappreciate how much capital appreciation works in this game rather than just winning the game. Like me selling Firmino before the competition's even started, I've made that capital appreciation where, it's not about necessarily winning cards from the game. That is a lot funner, and I like to put teams out into it. But if we're looking to make strictly money here, you're looking at undervalued cards and seeing when they'll be valued fairly. So he could be a really good scorer, champion Europe. It all depends what he sells for mainly. I might be in a bidding war for him. I might show you the bidding war. I've just got some decision making, do a bit of research. I'll be on Sorare Day and looking up his scores and stuff. But yeah, it's just a decision to make. It's one of the reasons I love the game, and it's just I love the fact that he could start for Italy because he's had quite a good season. He's 50-50 whether he'll start, or I think it's Barella from Inter. It's probably tipped to be Barella, but we'll see. And then you could pick up someone undervalued who even has a great Euros, and then it's you're just winning all aspects. The one thing throwing me off this is that when you have a super rare, you have to enter into Division 3, obviously. And Division 3 will stop you entering into the new league coming out. And that new league is kind of aimed at teams my size that, aren't winning many cards and have a kind of limited gallery. So, I'll just have a think. And, if I do get into a bidding war that I think is quite interesting, I'll post it. But until then, thanks for listening, and drop any comments you have in the comment section. Cheers.